Hey Dave, welcome. Good to see you again. Glad you're here. Hope your day is going okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I had to move the live stream up because I got a bunch of stuff going on this evening, but yeah, it's all good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 20 of our Avowed Ranger gameplay series. I'm Commander Jarval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, on admin notes, I mentioned this yesterday during the live stream, that we are quickly coming to an end to the Avowed live stream. Now, normally I would put up a poll about what y'all want to see me play next, but I'm not going to do that. I've already decided what I'm going to be playing next. Some of you will know what that is, but we're going to take maybe a week break or something like that. And then we're probably going to spend one weekend playing a game that is currently in demo right now that I'm really excited about. There's no release date for it or anything like that yet, but it's currently in demo, and I'd like to let everyone take a look at it. And I'm pretty sure we can finish that demo in a single live stream. And then we may take another week break after that, and then get into the next game with a playthrough. Like I say, there's no need to put up a poll this time. I know what we're going to be doing, and it's something that's been requested both times that I previously put up a poll, and it's more than time that we start going through it. So pay attention to social media here over the coming weeks, and the community tab or the posts tab on my channel, and you'll have some more information about what's coming up, and I hope you'll tune in. So I think that's in the admin notes. So on our recap, last week we spent a lot of time trying to open up the map, specifically in the north portion of the map. And today there are a couple of areas that we specifically bypassed last week. And that's because they have a tie-in to the main quest line. And that's what we're going to jump back into today. So let's jump back in here and we'll take a look at where we are and kind of explain what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so here we are back at camp. Like I say, last week we had spent our time going through the Living Archives, opening up the Ash Forest. You can see that the map is completely open. I don't like this anymore. I actually haven't checked to see if it's a setting or not. That's actually a good question. Let me just go through this real quick. Yeah, I can see nothing in here. Yeah, nothing in there about it. They made a change in the last update so that now when you have reached, and it's something like 80% or 85%, where you've opened up 85% of the map, the entire map opens up, the entire fog of war disappears. I do not like that at all. There are parts where I specifically leave a portion of the map unexplored. And I want to come back to it. And here, I do not have that option to know where I need to go back to. I have to take a note or something about it to go find out more about it. And that's specifically Mount Forja here. I can't remember if we went through the Xaurip camp or not. All of this area down here, east of Grakor's cave, all of this stuff we have not been to, but it's now showing as if it is explored. And like I say, I cannot tell you how much I dislike that. I would prefer that the map stay closed until I have gone to explore it. But today what we're going to do is we're going to head back to Solace Keep, and we're going to have a conversation with the wardens there. And that's going to lead us into a couple of other things. In our journal, all we have left are the main quest. We do have this treasure map, which, again, is in an area that we specifically haven't explored yet. But we'll probably get to it today. And the totem, where we've got a couple of things left that are in areas that we, again, specifically have not explored. So let's take a look at our food here real quick. So we got 31, 41, 51, 82, and 18. Let's see if we can craft any more black broth. We can't.
Marius,
okay.
Can I
so
offer a
let's
suggestion?
go ahead and head back.
I have a feeling you're about to do it anyways.
To Solace Keep. We'll sell off a few things down here, and this is the other thing I don't like about this area, is that there's no fast travel point inside Solace Keep, because Solace Keep is a little different from the rest of the major cities in this game. So I have to run my happy self back into it. Now,
They won't get past me!
so I don't have... Okay. Did I not unlock the strangled Adra down there? I'll go look. Because there is a godlike ability that would be very, very helpful right here.
Fresh? Call this fresh?
Council members are having real food. Not this rot.
Okay, so let's go over to our vendors first.
You need some?
Okay. And I believe we've talked to now the
I'm
Stolna.
free. And I like to be free.
Yeah. Okay, so what we need to do here... is head up and talk to the wardens.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the tusks that can catch us unawares.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Xaurip. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. How can that be? The Dream Scourge has not touched the tusks.
My wardens would have warned us.
Maybe Solace is safe, but what good is that if the Dream Scourge gets everyone else in the tusks?
What if Nandru's Aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I cannot risk the keep on doubt alone. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, Envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and she's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
I would expect nothing less from someone like yourself.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Might want to go talk to Mihala now, assuming we still want to do that.
Okay, so we're gonna go talk to Mihala.
Still lingering, Adiran? Thank you, Envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Adir. No matter. I've dealt with this before, and she'll deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep. Take this key. There's a chest in my office whose contents you might find interesting.
Okay, and that's going to give us Mihala's key. Which is fairly disappointing, but is what it is.
Still lingering, Adiran? Captain of the Wardens? He's away on an errand for me. What about him? Pompous Adiran. I don't know how you found out, but I'd warn you to stay out of the Council's business. Petru's ideas are a danger to Solace and go against his oath. If you must pry, I can assure you, he is safe, and he will stay far away from Solace until he can be trusted again. You know what? I'd almost think you genuinely believe that if you didn't carry an Adiran crest. Now be gone. I have other work to do, and I do not need to justify myself to you of all kith.
So
Still lingering, Adiran? Good.
Okay. That's going to finish the conversations with Mihala. And I believe I cleared out this side. Yes.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Of course. Our people starve and grow ill. And it's all because Mihala insists duty to the dead means more than the living. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Lodwin, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let an Adiran trade caravan slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarroth are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarroth. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarroth who find it, I don't care. Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe.
Can't argue with him on that.
The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sundan mind?
Solace Keep is just a place. You're looking for a way to help your people, aren't you?
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarroth in exchange for goods and gold.
That's a sensible trade in my book.
Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. She already knows what I intend. And she doesn't care. Because she doesn't believe your empire could see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Stilgarroth are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed.
He's in a tough position.
Okay,
but
so
I believe he's trying to do right by his people.
this has gotten a lot more complicated here. And I don't believe either one of these two have a full grasp on what the
Any news, Andrada?
best option should be here.
Captain, no, the council's still going at it. You know how many
Making people stay here inside the
fine.
keep and starve to
Come find
death
me when they're
is
free.
stupid.
Won't be able to do anything until I talk to
Making
Valhalla.
people give up
Of
one
course,
of the
Captain.
only things
And,
that they have in their
good luck.
life and leave it entirely behind so that they can not starve is also stupid. You're talking about the two extremes at one end. There's always something in the middle there. There are other things that the Pargrun could offer a deer instead of the keep itself. And the game is basically forcing you into making a choice between the worst of all things. And I mean, it is what it is.
Be nice
But
if we could get the
I think we're going to try and take a look at a few things here and see what we can do. So our dreams still divide us. Is the main quest line, and we need to look to locate the steel garrote. But first, we're going to head up here and see if we've cleaned out this camp or not. I don't know if we have. I would know if the fog of war hadn't cleared itself out, but yeah, we haven't cleared this out yet. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna head down here and head across the bridge.
Jungle cat. Show me what you got! Just getting warmed up. Quiet as the depths. Remind me not to spook you. You're mine now.
All right. Okay, so it looks like we've been up here already. Anything over there. Not sure if I can get up here. I don't think I can. Looks like maybe an alternate way up if you want to use Eyes of Rimguard to get across. As we've shown, though, Eyes of Rimguard are very, very unreliable when it comes to lava. War Chief, Fangclaw, there's the priest.
Another one down. Take him down.
Okay.
We got them all.
That we did. Okay, so I did not cross that. And I should have. Let's go do that real quick. Forgot about it. So we need to go southwest. No, don't need to go southwest. Need to go here. Yes. And this is probably going to get 40. Find it hard to believe that would be it. Oh yeah.
Here we go. Let's go. Well done.
Alright. Yeah, I figured they were going to spawn. Just looked like one of those really good ambush spots.
Look, as far as I recall, there were no spooky tunnels on our agenda today.
Okay. There is another way to go there. But I don't think we need to use it.
Stand back.
who's counting?
Okay, more crafting ingredients. And this brings us right back into that same cave that we were in a second ago.
Right behind you. Coming in hot. Here it comes. Ready, aim. Aye, aye.
Because this gets us up to the same place. I have room guards there, and you're supposed to jump onto there, which allows you to jump over to here. It's just a lot more dangerous to do that than this way. Okay, so a Scorch Blight. Definitely want to get rid of it first.
Nice.
Okay. Alright, so we'll change to our soul pods. And we'll get Kai to clear this out.
Stand back.
I don't think
Here it
there's
comes.
anything in these.
Ready, aim.
Yeah.
Let's take these things back to camp. You can fiddle with them there.
Alright, so picked up another totem fragment. That's where we came in originally. It was down below there. I don't think we can get any further around this. Interesting. It kind of looks like there's a path down there that takes you all the way around, but I'll look at that on the way out. do have another way to go, and that's up here.
Coming in hot.
Okay, pick up some weapons here. And we have another unique chest. For the Sentinel Mail. So the Sentinel Mail for medium armor, minus 30% incoming fire, frost, and shock damage. Really, really nice. The 10% chance to avoid rage damage is not very great, but the upgrade can be pretty good. But I'm gonna stash that. And we can unbar the door, so this is why it's not worth coming down to these doors first, because you can't just jump right across here and get to this little island it's on, but you can't get in until you go up top. Okay, I think I want to be over there. I don't know if I can get anywhere over here. Oof. That jump looks iffy. Looks really iffy. You're supposed to be on that side. Okay, so let's head back up here. Okay, we'll start heading down this side. Take the much safer route into the Lost Village.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
Okay, so we found 4 out of the 6 of them. And no. Where is it? I don't think. I don't think I'm supposed to make it in from here. I think I need to go back here and come in this way. I think. I can make it in here because I think I did it in my personal playthrough. But I don't think I'm going to. Let's go fast travel back here. We'll head down south again. Come in over the bridge and look at the alternate way to get in. Oh, I was going to go look and see if there was actually a way around here. Going through here and jumping across. Maybe there is. Looks like there might be. We'll drop a save here. Interesting. Okay. So I made it up here. I'm not entirely sure if I'm supposed to be up here or not. Getting awful soap rocky up here. Yeah. I was gonna say, it's getting a little soap rocky up here. I'm not entirely sure. I'm supposed to be getting to this way. It does appear there's some stuff over here, because I can see this. Not entirely sure if Eyes of Rimguard are supposed to get me over there, or if I can just get up high enough here that I can jump off into that thing. If I can just jump over there, that might kill me. Not entirely sure if this is gonna work, if there's soap rocks here. Okay, no. I don't know if I can make that or not. Okay. That's an awful lot of stuff to go through just to get that. But, hey, is what it is. So, there doesn't appear to be any way to get over there or over there other than Eyes of Rimguard. Can't get up out of here. So let's just fast travel out. Or Rimmergrand, I believe, is his actual name, right? Yeah, Rimmergand. So we're gonna head south, head around the point to the left, across that bridge. Because there's the Lost Village. I believe there's another way into this. I don't know as if I can get in over there. Can't go that way. And I looked at this. Don't know as if I can jump up there either. These are all boundary rocks. Okay, so it's leading me back around where I was. So let's see if there's another passage somewhere. Okay, yeah, here. There's the fast travel point.
I can't. I don't want to be here. I feel like I can't feel my fingers.
You made it this far. I'd hate to see you turn back now.
Fine. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, and this is the Chorus of the Lost quest. And this is like
I feel
Marius's
like I can't swallow.
personal quest
that
line.
weird?
And that's where we just were a second ago.
Gods. What happened here? These bowls.
Okay. So this was a group of people who left the keep.
This Rosvan sounds like a vision.
What is that? Let me see. I remember this. I think this belonged to Mom. God. Is this her? Are these her bones? I can't. Difficult. This is plus impossible.
Take your time. I know how long it's been.
I don't think I can handle this right now. I need to go back.
You've charted your course. All you have to do is see it through.
I know. Free to me. Let's just keep looking around.
Okay, so that's his mother. Okay, now obviously up there is somebody we're going to need to talk to. We need Razvan's key for that.
Put them down, please. Please.
Okay, we're going to take Charming Libation.
He speaks of song. No. No. Don't fool me. Don't lie. That can't be Marius. It can't.
Careful. I think a part of him is already gone.
Iancu. Viate. Is that you? What happened? How could this...
Scourge. Like mass graves. I can't... I search for meaning, but find only words.
This is... is... Iancu. My best friend since... As far as I can remember. When did this... I should have never left you, Viate. I couldn't have known.
Patrol. Yes, on patrol. When the dream touched me, I was away and alone. Yes? Not your fault. Not yours. We met here, Marius and me. We played here. I was older, but still a child.
That doesn't... I barely remember this place.
Your forgetting is for the best, Viate. I suffered remembering the whole time. Families followed Razvan, trusted his words. He would lead them to a better life. Trusted Razvan to make them something more.
Wait. No, I remember something. Chanting? I was so scared. I'll never be ready. Not for this.
Razvan circled the parents around, said he would help their voices reach the stars. They took bowls full of... night. No. Death. He said to drink it while Razvan said the words.
I don't want to know what you're about to say.
Yes. Yes. Gods, am I speaking clear? At long last. I saw all the parents fall over. I knew he would come for me. I ran. I saw young Marius, too small to understand. Razvan called out for us, his voice raised to the sky.
That's when you took me to Solace. You saved my life.
A new home, yes, I brought you there and they gathered you. Terror. It was bad. It felt like dying, but by inches. Just fear ever since.
I always thought you were a fool when we were younger. So impulsive. Now I know. You thought you'd already cheated death.
The parents in Solace said it was better to forget. Made me swear not to tell. You were happy. Never wanted to upset you. At first, yes. Later, it would have been harder not to forget.
Makes sense. No wonder it felt like everyone knew something I didn't, because they did.
But I can't focus. Can't remember. Razvan is near, making everything harder.
God, he might still be alive. That's it. We have to leave. If he's out there, we have to run.
Found the key to Razvan's home. Search there if you want. I will only forget. No. Razvan has gripped my soul my entire life. It will be enough to know he's gone.
I am so sorry this happened to you, Viate. If I could trade places with you.
No. No, Viate. You have saved me many times over. This I wouldn't wish on you ever.
Well, I guess. We'll be going now, yeah? We have to keep digging into this particular emotional scar.
I will be here until time to go. See you soon, Viate.
So, this has parallels to an event in American history called the Jonestown Massacre. Jim Jones was a cult leader back in the 70s, and he convinced his followers to buy a homestead in somewhere in Africa. Can't remember where. Guyana or something maybe like that. And had them, and he made a flavored drink. It actually wasn't Kool-Aid. It was something else back in that time. But he made a flavored drink and laced it with cyanide and convinced everybody to drink it. So there were over 900 people that died by taking a poisoned drink. And that's where the phrase "drinking the Kool-Aid" came from. A cult group who's unwilling to see anything outside of their little frame of reference and is just taking orders from somebody else and not thinking outside of their own little bubble. That's where that whole thing came from, was by drinking this flavored drink back then and committing suicide. And that's what has happened here. Razvan has convinced them to do that, to drink something that was laced with poison and die. This is probably just Adraban, if I remember right. Oh, it's got the Disciples Ring. So the Disciples Ring gives you plus 60 maximum essence. So again, for your casters, really good. For me, doesn't really matter. Okay, so in here, you learn a little bit about what happened. He was under the influence of the Dream Scourge when all of this happened.
I knew someone was out there. He killed everyone. He wanted to kill me.
But you're still here. That proves he didn't win.
Years of worrying myself sick. He's out there, Envoy. This Korba is still out there. I don't know if He killed my entire village, Envoy. I think I know the contact Razvan used to seal the door. It's a poem my mother told me when I was a child. She said those words would always open doors. I never knew what she meant. If we're gonna go after Razvan, we better get to it. Before I pass out where I stand.
Okay, so down here, let's head this way.
They come. Just like the good old days.
There must be the door. Oh, God.
So that was a quick kill on a boss enemy.
It burns! It burns!
Because of that amazing amount of stun that we can deal.
Sing free, our voices lifted high. Our spirits laughing in the sky. Hope that did something. That was it.
Burns Door reference. from the Fellowship of the Ring.
Someone's living here. I'm sure of it. Oh, maybe it's not him. Right. With my luck, it's definitely him.
Okay, so let's open this up. Okay, we're gonna get into that room here in a second. As I said,
Don't know
here's
if I'd
that
rather see
room.
Razvan alive or dead. If he's dead, he can't hurt anyone else.
Okay, you don't have to come this way if you don't want, but
Next one's mine. I was just getting warmed up.
because you will get access to this area. Through different means here. Now you see where we were just a second ago. Okay, so either one of these leads you around to that same location, and here we are back at the start. So you don't have to spend your lockpicks on that. You don't want to. But there also is another way to go here. And this will let you bypass an encounter here if you want. This encounter here, we're going to have it.
Nice work.
It's easy enough. There's no real reason not to have it. don't think there's anything in these.
Caution, envoy. I see something moving in there.
Okay, and this is where we were. We went across up that way. The normal way leads you in here. You have this fight to deal with. Then you head up in here and get to the main way the game expects you to go. Okay.
Yes, I hear them, but I hear things all the time. Please just let me work. Let me work.
Now, if you want to
There's
get into
even
all of
more
these
here.
rooms and get everything you need to have a bunch of
Could just
lockpicks
leave.
with you. But you don't have to get into any of these rooms. There's nothing really special in any of them. There's some items and some crafting ingredients. So let's get rid of some of that armor that we've picked up. Okay, and there'll be another way to go there. First, I'm gonna drop a save. Grab a charming libation. Talk to Razvan.
New voices. Flesh or spirit, I should ask. The others say you're flesh, but the others are known to lie. Dream thrall. What a wonderful word for those souls you slaughtered to get here. They speak with more clarity now. I have long heard the voices of ascended beings. Beings beyond pain or hunger or death.
He thinks he's a watcher. Pathetic.
I sought to raise the voices of my flock, to raise them, to become as the voices that sang to me were. The chorus of voices that surrounded me, told me lies among their truths. On that day, I sought song but only heard screams.
Duke de Dragu, Korba. You killed everyone.
I know this voice. Older now, perhaps. One of the missing ones. You have your father's tone, your mother's diction. No, I have heard the words they use to describe me, and I know I am more than the labels they hang around my neck. My people were to become ascended beings, like those who spoke to me before. Voices ephemeral, wise, and never afraid. Instead, their voices became screams. From the next life they curse me. Call me killer. Call me death.
If I heard voices and no one ever told me why, I don't envy him.
I don't care. This Korba killed my family.
But I have since found a new choir, full of life and set loose from the shackles of will and doubt. Dream thralls? No, they are more connected to the land than any of us. The island holds and caresses them as it will us all. Perhaps one day you will join my choir as well. My little lost one, I will lead you to sing for the gods themselves.
I have run from you my whole life. And you're just a madman in a cave, talking to dream thralls.
You ran because you were afraid. Now you come back to me. My lost lamb. My tiny little bell.
You murdered a village to satisfy your sick vision of ascension. But really, you're just a lost soul down here grasping for meaning. I don't remember my parents. They obviously trusted you. But they didn't know you, did they? Not really.
They were shining souls. Their voices passionate. Their words sharp like the crack of a whip.
I see no reason to give this man a quick death. Let him rot down here, for all I care.
A prison of silence. A fate worse than death.
I am never alone. The voices caress me, fuel me, punish me. No matter what I do, I am never alone. No matter what I do, I am never alone.
I can't figure out how I feel now. I do think leaving him here to rot was the right decision. I know. He's lost everything. Let him drown in it. I've spent my whole life afraid of something I couldn't remember. And now I've found that thing and overcome it. I need to think about all this. Maybe we should check on Iancu, see how he's feeling.
So we followed Mary's wishes here. About what to do. Let's first head in here. And on the table is Battle Trance. So Battle Trance is power attacks give you plus 15% attack speed for 10 seconds and restore a small amount of health to you and your companions, and plus 20% ability cast speed. This is one of the best single-handed melee weapons in the game because of this attack speed bonus. It's very similar to when you see me dodge to gain the 10% shock bonus damage. Using a power attack to then boost your normal attacks by 15% speed is incredibly powerful. Yeah, missed the other room entirely. Nothing much in here. Okay, so now if we head out this way, it takes us back to Gallowayne's Tusks. Okay, so now that puts us up here, above the Lost Village. And you're not going to get back up here unless you travel through all of that again, so make sure we pick up everything we need while we're here. Because I do think that there's a way down across over there. I remember doing this in my personal playthrough and not finding it. Ah. Yes, you need to fall down here. That's sketchy. Nothing over there. This wouldn't lead me anywhere ultimately, but that thing is sketchy. We can always fast travel out of here, so I'll just save and see if I can make that. Okay, yeah, that's out of bounds. So still can't find the way out of here that's easy. So we'll just fast travel back to the fast travel point. Right there. I thought there was a way to get back across that broken bridge, but I don't know if there is.
We spoke before, yes? Marius? We spoke before. I trust you ended him? One way or another?
It's over, Viate. You can rest now. I promise.
Right, Viate. And so can you. Remember that. I will likely find it first. Marius has never sought peace.
Quiet, you Nimdude. I know how to seek peace if I want it.
Right. Clearly. I leave you now, full of peace.
Will you be alright, Viate? What can I do to help?
Nothing more you have to do, Viate. Just keep living and try to laugh once in a while.
Right. I will miss you, Viate. I love you.
Okay, and that's going to complete the companion quest. Now we're going to head back to the Primordial Depths party camp because we need to have some party conversations. And I want to see if this unlocks Marius's training or not. I didn't do this quest until just last week, and I'd already gotten Marius's training to be unlocked on my personal playthrough, so not entirely sure.
Do you feel that?
What's happening here? So critical hits deal high blade accumulation. That's nice for us. Second winds cast barbaric shout. That's useless for us. We're dealing high poison accumulation right now. It's the same as blade accumulation. Doesn't really matter one way or the other.
It's me of a storm gathering power on the horizon.
So let's have a conversation with Marius here.
Returning home.
Envoy? I thought I'd feel different after dealing with Razvan. Somehow more at peace. There was this threat I didn't even know I was afraid of, and now it's gone. So why doesn't it all feel better now? I know. I'm not sure he ever could. But He was always there in my thoughts whether I knew it or not. Been dealing with this all my life. Someone starts acting strange, then clearly something terrible's about to happen. My people were in a cult. They believed what Razvan said. They died because he asked them to. But he wasn't behind every corner. He was stuck in a cave, babbling in mushrooms. Seems to be. Yes. I appreciate what you've done to help me. I won't forget it. Thank you for finding that amulet. It's such a small thing, but it helps. Just holding it brings back memories. Good ones. There was a sense of purpose, I think. They all left Solace for a reason. They trusted Razvan. People began to act strange. My parents weren't around as much. Everyone started paying all their attention to Razvan. We all know what happened next. It was Razvan. He built up their trust and betrayed it all at once. I just wanted to thank you, Envoy. That's all. Anyway. Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But, joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too, when she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns. What do you want to talk about? Let's see. Not sure what else to tell you. The best survivalists in the lands...
No, doesn't look like it.
There's more out there than I could tell you about. Nothing I can think of.
Yep.
Right, changing the
So
subject.
I don't know why his training has not procced. Other people, it procced in my personal playthrough. Other people on the forums have said that they got the same thing, that it never procced, no matter what.
Did not go
So,
as planned.
not entirely sure
There's a whole
if
lot
there's a
of
bug that goes
exactly what
along
I
with it or
expected,
what.
Honestly.
Well, seems there is more to our dwarven friend than we thought. Than even he thought. And to know that monster is still out there. That he could do that all over again. It's sickening. Oh, take it from me, dearie. You can always be a problem. Either way, at least that part of Marius's life is done and dusted. The next time we find a cult like this, let's stop it before they get to the death part, shall we? Well, that's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss? How can I help, darling? Sweet dreams, Envoy.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. Old customs struggling to fix new problems. It's remarkable, really. What people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. Such is the life of an envoy. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. You too.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. Maybe not, but should Mihala? Because that's exactly what she's doing. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Some would, some wouldn't. You of all people would know there's no simple answer to that. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? Surviving. That just doesn't seem like enough. We'll be covered in ash by morning.
Okay, and I think
Humans
that's
have some
it.
good stories, right?
Uh-huh. And, what kind of story?
Okay, so we need to head up there to that area, but first let's head down here. Because things are going to be changing here in the Tusks, and I want to make sure I've explored everything before it does. So we're going to head down here toward where we were at the Ogre Cave. And we're going to continue on out there, because the Ogre Cave is right over here.
Stand back. Here it comes.
Okay, do a little searching here. Explore parts of the map that would still be covered up by the fog of war. Okay, and now here, you can see this picture. This is what you're looking like of Solace Keep, and this is on a cliff down below. Maybe in that abandoned beetle's nest. Okay, so there, maybe over here, because this is somewhere we haven't been yet, even though it's opened up. Let's head up here. We'll finish exploring over here, and then we'll head over there.
Steel Garrote ahead. Something about them looks off.
Envoy,
over here. As I live and breathe, the faithless envoy. Lodwin finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots. The tower calls, and it turns, and it calls, but for the roots we go, if not for the roots. The roots say your name, envoy. They say you told them to do it. Yes. Goodbye. Yes. We withdraw from the hungry thing. Blood and smoke, smoke, death. I'll stand down, I'll stand down. But my people won't.
Good one! I'm with you! Here we go! Coming from your right!
Where's the grog? Oh, there's still somebody alive. Why is he not registering? Jeez.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
Okay, so taking the charming libation there, or having a high enough strength, lets you avoid having to deal with the leader and just take out all the minions. Doesn't really matter, though, at this level. We're able to take out boss enemies pretty easily regardless. Corrupted Adra. And
that looks like a piece of the thing you were
there's
filling
one
with,
more. The last one, again, is in an area that we haven't explored yet. Over in Mount Forja. Okay, let's just make sure. Alright, so let's head. Whoops. Let's head around the corner over here. And we'll head over toward this entrance that we haven't been into yet. And it's right here. Oh, we have been down here. Did I just not go all the way down? back up here. Okay, that's not anywhere. Because I still have the treasure map. Oh. Yeah, this is where I came down. So maybe it's over here. No? Sure looks like it would be. But it said it was in an unused beetle nest, I think. Okay, maybe it's higher up. Maybe it's... Ah, there it is, right there. Okay, and there's Scout's Reach, and that's going to trigger the treasure map. So +4 to perception. So you get, with perception, you get 1% chance for every increase in perception. So this would be giving me a +4% critical hit chance. If I look at my character, it's at 62 right now. But that's also because I have the Painter's Brush, which is giving me +5%. So it's not an increase. It would give me increased range as well, but not enough for me to give up that additional 1% of critical hit chance. Okay, so now we've explored out here. The bridge to the garden is impassable. So our only quest marker is leading us into Mount Forja. And that increases your damage against prone enemies by 75%. This works really, really well in conjunction with some of Giada's ice spells that she can cast, which can knock enemies prone in an AoE. So pairing up some of her skills with this is really nice, but again, not something that I am
Fury and Rudolph ribs.
Really?
super interested in
Why?
pursuing.
Why? Why do you need to know?
Let's see if Marius...
What do you need?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
What do you
here.
want to talk?
Yep.
Right. Change it. If I must.
Okay, so
Good.
I just
Well,
had a
as I was
delivery
saying.
show up, so I'm gonna have to pause real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. My meals for the week show up on Sundays, and it really shows up at a random assortment of times during the day. So I figured by doing this early, they wouldn't show up until after I was done, but obviously that was wrong. So apologize for the break there.
I think you can learn a lot about someone from this.
We're going to exit here. Keep the same group. Okay, and now we're going to head down to Mount Forja. There's a couple of different ways into Mount Forja. There's still something up there? I guess there is. Again, one more reason why I don't like the map being completely opened up like this.
You take lead.
So, Destroyer, Fangclaw, Screamer, Savage. I don't see a priest, but I'm pretty sure there is one. So let's just get rid of the Destroyer first then. Ow. Yeah, the priest tried to heal him, so where is he? There he is.
Watch your back!
Another glorious battle.
Alright, so probably just gonna be some crafting ingredients in here. Yep. Fangclaw, Screamer.
Remind me not to spook you.
Done. Okay. Done. Let's see if I can get the high ground here.
Quiet as the depths.
Let's see if I can spike the priest. Nice. Okay, well done.
Nice work.
Or nice work. Okay, so we're gonna head back up. I think I've cleared all this out because this was the spiders. Yeah, I've cleared all this out. Okay, and here's the main way into the Mount Forja mines. Obviously following a minecart path. And somebody's waiting for us. I don't think there's any way up around here.
Who are you, Spirit? The plague's corrupted the rest of us. The steel grow. Our minds. Broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity. You're... not real! You can't be. No! Go away, Spirit!
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
Go away! Oh, I know you're not real. I'll stop you if I must. My soul is mine. Mine! It will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Lodwin taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Woodica, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh, God, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No! Stop looking at me. I don't want to see it.
That's dream thrall talk if I've ever heard it. So what's the plan?
None shall pass, she said. The ruiner, the rival, the seed of the poisonous tree. Woedica, bind you, villain.
Let's go. This one's mine. Next one's mine.
There is a way around that through conversation. You saw the option that I had there right below it. It just doesn't really matter. This whole thing is going to come to a head really, really quickly. So throughout all of this, you can try and sneak your way in here if you'd like. I'm going to have it out with Lodwin. If you choose not to, then maybe you'll want to sneak around through here a little bit and avoid killing as many of her guards as you can. But not me. I'm done suffering fools gladly.
At least a volcano.
There's going to be a cost, a pretty high cost, for me doing this. But I played it differently during my personal playthrough, and I want to experience it different here.
Keep a secret.
Point for you!
Okay, so the imp catchers are very similar to the Blackwing boots in that they give you a dodge distance, but then it also gives you 15% move speed and 25% maximum stamina, which for me would be pretty good, actually. That additional stamina would let me dodge more often, but I'm not willing to give up what I have in my boots right now with the additional accumulation, damage accumulation in nearby enemies, to be able to do it. So I'm gonna wait for the initiate to come back here. Come on. I don't have to. I just feel like playing around a little bit.
Get off to them!
We're under attack! Another down!
I was gonna say, survive? What? Yeah, I froze those two. Once they were frozen, I immediately shot over there to kill him, and then switched to my pistols and one shot a piece to break the frozen enemies and get the kills. For some reason, that other one survived for a little bit. I don't know why. Oh yeah, this is the way that I came down partially to explore already.
We've got company!
Okay, so I did get an ability point. Let's go up top here first. Don't think you get up any farther. Alright, so let's... That doesn't weigh very much. No. Should be enough. We can get rid of this too.
Right behind you.
Come on. All right, there we go. Where's the beckoner at? Okay.
Just like the good old days.
Wasn't sure I was going to get the shot off to hit the barrel in time. Don't think there's any way to get up here. Yeah, boundary rocks. So the steel garrote have killed everybody here at the mines. And like I say, I'm now officially tired of dealing with Lodwin's crap. Now this door behind me is special. I think that marker that's showing down is wrong. It is. It's up. Okay, now this door is special. You can see it's another one of those doors that's been opened up. Oh, and I do have my ability points. I was at the fighter side. None of these really matter anymore. So I might as well start down constant recovery path.
Saka sub-steel garrote slaughtered them and left them to rot. I say we paid them in kind.
Agreed.
Yeah, we're going
I've
to,
peeled and
because
weapons
like I
drawn.
say, I'm tired of dealing with her crap. I don't think I get anywhere else.
Unseen, unheard.
Better up here.
Work! Here they come!
There was a barrel.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, see, they've just killed everybody. And this is the other side of that same room that we were just in. And we'll go over here. this is where we just, yeah, this is where we just were. I think that's in here, actually. Yeah, it's up there. He's gonna hurt.
Like a jungle cat.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't!
Yeah, one shot that
That's
champion. There is another thing over there. This is the way you're going to come back, is by jumping across this to get back here. You can make your way over there with these eyes of Rimmergand here. But you don't have to. There's no point. You're going to be, like I said, you're going to be coming back that way here in a minute. But here you have this room. Okay, now this door is barred from the other side, and you can see looking at that door is not barred. You need to come in from that direction over there to get into these chests that are in here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll see.
Yes, you the roots if you lie. Please help me!
Guys!
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. Here? No! The Steel Garrote took them all. I heard them screaming, but... please. There is a friend of mine hiding in the summit. You have to help me before it's too late.
Let's hurry.
Right behind you.
Oh, champion, sorcerer, couple of thaumaturges. Can't see who's around the corner. Maybe this dude's gonna run up on me and I can end him.
It's the envoy.
Or no, oh, nice dodge.
One for you!
All right.
Well, that's that. We'll need another way through.
And that's not a problem.
Next one's mine.
All right. So they got finished off pretty easily. This is where I came up. I don't think there's anything down there. No. Okay, and this is back out where I was. You may hear some thunder in the background. Things have started to kick off a little bit here. And this has the lava forged plate. Now it would be really nice if this had something like immunity to lava or something like that. The plus 45 resistance to fire accumulation is nice. It does allow you actually to stay in lava longer, but it still doesn't make you immune or anything like that. So of limited use to me. Go back around so I can attack them from the entrance. Because yeah, that's where I just was. So we've got a greater lava blight. I think I'm gonna focus him first.
Not bad, Marius.
Alright, so let's see what we got here. And I've already been over there. So here's one of the letters that Kostia sent to Lodwin. She's convinced him that he is right. Or she has convinced him that she is right. Like I say, we are done playing that whole game. Let's see if this has sorted itself out. It hasn't. Oh, that did. There it is. Can't get up there. Okay, and this is a point of no return in this.
This is a mess. And the Steel Garrod aren't the disorderly type. They must have left in a hurry. Are these Pargrunan books? Like campfire reading? I wonder how the Steel Garrod got them.
They circled Solace Keep on the map. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh. Sorry, I might have paused there for a second. Got some electrical stuff going on here, so UPS hasn't kicked in yet, though.
Impossible. I've explored every inch of the keep. If there was a path to the garden inside the keep, I'd know about it.
Hang on. What if that path is under the keep? Someone must have told Lodwin. Even amongst a tight-knit group like the Pargrunan, there's always someone with a price.
Doesn't matter. A steel growth getting to the garden cannot be a good thing.
And remember, that Kostya and Lodwin are together on this, and Kostya was trying to give Lodwin and Adir the keep, which is the path to the garden. Now you kind of understand a little bit more about what Kostya was doing.
We won't let them down.
Whether they realize it or not.
And I'm gonna look something up here real quick. Give me just a second. Okay, yeah. I know I was looking at the okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So the letter that we found that we handed over to Mahala means that we're not going to be able to get into that room with the chests. Once you do that, he will give you a cantic to open up another door, and that leads you into that room up there. And you can see this is the map going into the keep. You can see that we cannot fast travel. Upper left-hand corner.
Trespasser, she defiles our ground.
Okay, and here we're gonna save.
Murderer, she is near.
More lightning.
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? The time has come to take the garden.
Wardens will never...
Yesterday, this island suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today, the living lands unites under one flag. One people. One law. One true God.
No! Never again!
The eyes! Shy on, boy! Come, Let's talk.
Everybody all right?
Okay, so something happened out there. Sappadal was scared or upset about something and lashed out with a blast that turned everybody into dream thralls immediately.
So here you are. Sappadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides? She weaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladin's envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dream Scourge is Sappadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the living lands.
It's not entirely true. Remember, Inquisitor Lodwin serves Wodica. We've seen through the Strangled Adra and the Ancient Memories that Wodica was the one who attacked Sappadal and imprisoned them in the garden. So there's obviously some ulterior motives playing out here.
When are the gods ever forthcoming to the likes of us? What a pair we make, envoy. Proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment? Or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear? Keep your promise to the Emperor. Cut the Dream Scourge off at the root. Permanently.
No!
No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sappadal. Plague, blight, madness. The Living Lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god, much less one that's lost its mind.
I hate to say this, but she's got a point. Not that I trust her with the solution.
We were fine living at the whim of a sleeping god until you came along and woke it up.
You and I alone can save the Living Lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sappadal.
Or there's another path in that you can teach Sappadal the error of their ways and have them rejoin the pantheon of the gods. And hopefully Wodica will have learned their lesson and not be so fearful of the unknown.
Break the bars!
You know them best. If that's what you believe, I'll stand by you.
Right. We definitely all had input on that decision.
I knew it might come to this. Sappadal has a stronger claim on you than we ever did. Still, I had hoped your wisdom would prevail, if not your loyalty. What a shame to destroy so much potential. You are the key to Sappadal's prison. That isn't your fault. It merely is. And it has to end. Prepare yourself for the beyond.
Okay, so we're going to obviously
Don't let the dream thrall surround.
Take the dog!
Nice shot!
see ya. Wouldn't want to be. Where's this guy at? Oh, they dead.
More dream trolls. Really? I think they're coming from the camps.
Yep, they are.
On your
This
right.
is not over just because Lodwin is dead.
Good one.
I want to kind of keep my back. Clear. I'm gonna keep facing this way here. Okay.
Nothing like a win with a good team. We did it. That steel garrote Korba died just like anyone else.
This isn't the first time she's died. It might not be the last.
The garden lit up and everyone changed. I hate to say it, but maybe Lodwin is right about Sapadal and the Dream Scourge.
I really need to lie down. Just for a minute.
Okay, so yes, that blast obviously came from...
The venom drowns us. Save us, please.
Obviously came from Sapadal.
Touch the Adra. Feel our voice.
We will. Here in a second. Something else we need to do, and that's right here. The last piece
Let's
of...
take these things back to camp.
The totem.
You can fiddle with them there.
Speak. We would speak to you. They stand outside our prison. We rattle the bars they do not hear. We scream. They do not answer. Truth. Truth. We are in agony. They come. A surging flood of parasites. They destroy us bite by bite. They eat us alive. Out! Let us out! Set us free! There are always more. New steel treads upon the ashes of the old. The light stands in the midst, the old light. It blinds us. Send it away! It hurts. It has always hurt this way. And our pain spreads, and the rot spreads. The plague grows. We did not mean to. We see now the mycelial roots tended with our blood and tears. We wanted to be patience and strength, but we were afraid. They hurt us and would not stop. We did not mean to. We were innocent. We were never taught the meaning of our strength. We were nothing once, and then we were. As we woke to the world, we reached out and we found them, the other gods. We thought they would love us, but they flinched from us like we were a flame. The charred queen called us an abomination. We tore chasms in the land and boiled its rivers to stop her magfolk, to save our people. How could we have known how fragile their bodies were? She hurt us, killed those who loved us. She wanted us gone, forgotten, destroyed utterly. She called us aberration. She named us monster before we even knew what we were. Yet she made it our sin. She who caged us. She who called us monster. We thrash and the affliction rises. We scream and the rot spreads. We did not intend to lie. You close your ears. We try to clear the mist. They hurt us. We hurt them back. We hurt them again, again.
Oh. Just got a crash. So let's see if it'll come back here and see where we are, because I don't know, I have no idea where the save is. If it's saved after the fight or before it, no idea. And you know, I think I got a crash there in my personal playthrough as well. So let's see where we are here. Okay, so yeah, let's fast forward through these conversations.
They come, a surgeon. We do not, they eat. There are loose, it hurt, and our pain spreads, and the rot spreads. No, we see now. We wanted to be. We did not, we were not, we thought, we tore, she, yet we scream, and the rot, and the river, they hurt us. We drink the vine, help us. We are alone. At last, we will make the release us. We give you another sliver of our power, a piece of us. Do you accept? The parasites who trapped us left a door in the garden's wall. Reach it, and you can set us free. Let us aid you once more. We grant you our power. Find the wall of the valley across the acid sea. It cups our prison in its palm. It waits. We wait. Free us. End our suffering.
Okay, and this is going to give us the Seeds of Venzers. This replaces Dream Touch. It still does the heals and revives all nearby allies, but it now deals damage over time to nearby Delemgan, Dream Thralls, and Vessels. And it temporarily turns up to 3 nearby Kith corpses into allied Dream Thralls as well. So you can see down at the bottom, number 3, it's a straight up replacement. So let's do a little cleanup work here. That was Wodika's stuff that we just picked up. Nothing really important. She doesn't give you anything except some superb plate armor. It looks really cool. So, but yeah, there's nothing to it, or nothing that you really need to use out of it. And here's Dark Rebirth. Dark Rebirth is a reduced cooldown for second wind by 15%. I don't ever plan on using second wind, so it is absolutely pointless for me. But there are, actually I think I do believe seeing that one build on YouTube that was based around second wind. You actually wanted to get yourself killed. Because of all the stacking bonuses you could get from second wind, including a couple of totem uses that just let you mop everything else up after you died. Head over here. A new way opened up right here that's going to basically a fast travel to take you down.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
And like I said, this is where it brings you back out, where we're going to jump back down. Now, things have changed.
Quiet as the depths.
We've been down there before, but now there are enemies down there. They're dream thralls.
How'd you do that? Fate! That's all you got!
Fear in the eye!
Alright, Kai, get out of the way. So now you start to see a little bit more about this. Things of that blast from Sapadal might have been a little bit more damaging than we expected. You can see now that in the upper left-hand corner we still cannot fast travel. And there's going to be icons that are going to be leading us out of here. And we're going to have to fight our way out. Very similar to what happened when we came out of I don't think so, buddy.
Everyone okay?
When we were in Shatterscarp and had to fight our way back to Fior amongst all the Dream Thralls. And again, those chests are upstairs. We're not going to be able to get them. on this playthrough. You have to get up there. Now, there is another way to do this. But I believe it has something to do with, like, fighter charge. Fighter's charge ability. You can jump from here and use the fighter charge ability to get up there. So, I think you have to have rank 2 of this to make it work. You know, I guess we can try it. I mean, I can just reset my points. Let me just reset these back. Okay, so we got 9 points here left. Let's get 2 ranks into charge. And let's put this onto 4. And we'll see. I don't know if this is going to work or not. If it is, it's going to be a really complex set of button presses for me here, so. Okay. So I might be able to do it. I don't think I can get up there with this. Yep, that was the wrong button. Unless I can get up higher up there. I don't think this is high enough. That was 5, not 4. Boy, I'm just finger messing this whole thing here. Oh, I did make it. You know. Okay, I didn't think that was going to work, but it did. So we'll come back to that. Okay, and the legendary chest here. Okay, this is going to get us Forja's friend. So, Forja's friend is a two-handed great hammer. Power attacks deal high fire accumulation, and it is really a lot of fire accumulation. And then special attacks summon a greater fire blight. And the the cooldown on that is very, very short. So it's actually a way to generate a whole lot of friendly damage, because as soon as that Greater Fireblight dies, it's already off cooldown, and your next special attack is going to create another one. So it's a really impressive weapon to have if you're going that two-handed build. I'm going to reset these again because I can. Now we'll move to no, quick switch. Move to the fighter tree, unlock toughness. Unlock retribution. And then constant recovery. Okay. And here's that barred door. I'm actually curious to see where this comes out, though. Because this is the way you're supposed to come into it. Okay, yeah, you don't go out this way. You come in this way when you've unlocked that door and you end up here. So, nice. Well, glad we were able to get it. And this is going to take us out.
Listen, I don't know what happened back there.
Swarm,
Seems like
devour!
something I might want to stop.
Good one! Who disturbs us?
To your left!
That was... So, retribution is proc. 6,000. Nice.
Nice work.
So you can tell that we're going to be fighting Dream Thralls all the way back to the keep. Okay, now it doesn't matter which route we take to get back to the keep. We're going to be fighting Dream Thralls the entire way. And we've got 4 minutes here. There's the keep. Let's see, there's Dream Thralls over here to the left. You don't have to kill every Dream Thrall.
Look out there!
In the eye! Let's go! Burns to fly!
quiet, Nimdude. Here we go.
Not bad, Marius.
And you know that we've cleared all of these areas out previously, but now they have respawned. Heaven Strike just hits so hard.
Take him down. Here we go.
Just fire and forget. And now that we're far enough away from Mount Forja, you can see that we can fast travel again. Okay. So we can fast travel over to Serena's Mercy if you'd like, but we're close enough that I'm not too worried about it. And you can see what's happened. Mount Forja has erupted.
Show me what you got.
Oh, good. Everyone's panicking.
We need to leave before all of the tusks is...
And then what? Start over with nothing? Wait.
Everyone's gathered around to watch Mount Forja
That's
erupt.
why Nandru built the sluice gates, to redirect the lava flows away.
He's not the one I'm worried about. Someone's... But anyone in these days, huh?
Sure, the keeper's gone. You know what that means, right?
Wherever we go next, they're gonna need us to build them new homes.
I knew it. The moment I saw that...
And we're going to go in here to the keep, and then that'll be a good place to call an end to the live stream for today. And we will be finishing this game up next week. So, as always, thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of my channel members and subscribers being here. Thank you very much for that. Because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jarval saying until next time, fare thee well.